It's a night better suited perhaps to be in a ski lodge somewhere, but we're at Coors Field in Colorado. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Colorado Rockies. The O's have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. German Marquez will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, if you're looking for innings out of your starting pitcher, you're looking at the right guy. This guy seems to deliver more often than not, going deep into the games. He's one of those guys you feel really confident that could go into that 7th, 8th, and even the 9th inning, a workhorse.
Striding into the box, Stephen Clay, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Desmond moves over. 1 out. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I love the way Eric Hosmer plays the game. He hit over 350 last month. Just consistent at bats all throughout the month. He was tough to pitch to, hitting good pitching and hit poor pitching as well. We'll see if he stays hot here.
Into the box for his first at-bat in this one, Jonathan Villar. And he's swinging a pretty hot bat coming in. Hits in each of his last 7 games. Swing and a liner. Foul. Now, boys, we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight. They come in trying to bounce back from a loss last time out, but they've been in good form lately, 5-2 over their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change with this team.
Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. And this, of course, is a ballpark that yields a lot of doubles as we take a look at the team leaders for the most 2-base hits this year. And, in fact, that number is not only the highest in all the American League, but is actually the highest in all of baseball. Ready now for Baltimore, Dwight Smith Jr. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Here comes the first pitch. In the air, down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Well, this lineup's been good all season so far. They've looked especially dominant as of late. What's been clicking in particular for them lately, guys?
Yeah, I don't think we can be surprised. They're on fire right now. Continuing a hot start, Matty, no doubt. They've stayed strong. They've come out of spring training with one goal in mind, and that's to get to the postseason. Strong starting rotation, a lineup that doesn't quit. The guys seem to really rally around each other, and they got one of the strongest bullpens in the game.
VR leads off second with 1 gone in the inning.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Another 0-2 home. Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year, as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
Batting fourth.
Into the box now, Hunter Renfroe.
Hunter Renfroe.
As he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw to Murphy's in time, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting fifth.
The first baseman Eric Hosmer is in. Previous history with German Marquez. He comes in hitting right at a 300 clip. He also has 1 home run. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And it's gone. as they add still another. A solo home run here off the bat of Eric Hosmer, number 17 for him on the season, and the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. Blackman is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs. Runs on the scoreboard. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Man, he pitched really well in his last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
This one's down to third. VR has it, and there's one down now. Time now from Coors Field to take a look at the Rockies starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
You know, Matt, I'm hoping to see Ian Desmond turn it around. He's really been struggling, hitting under 200 over the last 10 games. He doesn't usually go into these long droughts, but right now he's truly in one. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Stays alive, still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Renfroe, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's Nolan Arenado. He's coming off a 3-hit performance in the loss last night. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. Still down 3-0. Digging in the switch hitter, David Key. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he will get in there with his first big league hit, a double. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. David Key has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head he's on top of the world.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. You're short, hit hard, and that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Roll. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Line to the right side. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
So striding forward now, Stephen Clay, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Takes this the other way to right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively. And let me tell you about outfielder Chuck Nasty, Charlie Blackmon. One of the best in the business out there, covering a ton of room in the outfield, gap to gap with one of the most accurate arms in the game.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Dwight Smith Jr. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2.
Hey, in the last at-bat when he hit that home run on an off-speed pitch, he didn't really crush it, but he certainly hit it well enough to drive it out of the ballpark.
Dunn is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Orioles settle for 1. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Orioles 4 and the Rockies nothing. Settling in now, Charlie Blackmon, as we take a look at the splits between April and May.
Charlie.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. And he takes strike 2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. There to take it in is Jeanette for the first out of the inning.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. Guys, the person I want to focus on is Eric Hosmer. This guy is coming into his own from the offensive standpoint, but don't get it twisted. This is a Gold Glove first baseman that makes the game look easy on the defensive side.
Hey, when one of your better pitches is the straight changeup, you can't be afraid to throw it at any count and at any time. And hey, first pitch, if they're going to take it for strike 1, they're going to give it to you. Go ahead and throw it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Here comes another 0-2. A swing, and this one is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to stop it. Into the second deck and gone.
Yeah, they're still down a few, but a solo shot will make them feel a lot better about themselves. They're not being shut out, and now they know they can get to this guy.
Here's Daniel Murphy now.
Baseman.
Grounder down the line at third. Scoops it up. Oh, what a stop on the slide. What a play. In now for Colorado, Ian Desmond. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So digging in now, Hunter Renfroe. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. Now a drive by Renfroe. This is hit well out to left. Over the bleachers and onto the concourse. A home run. Hunter Renfroe leaves the yard with a solo shot. Number 21 for him on the season as they stretch the lead to 5-1. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the fourth to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, D-Row. The hitter's on point. The pitchers aren't making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate, and this offense is both.
Swing, and this is also hit well. Out to deep center. It's off the rocks and gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second home run of the game, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
I'll tell you, the guy on the bump is wishing there was a mercy rule in professional baseball right about now. Hey, but there's no such luck. He's just got to own those back-to-back homers and the rest of it until he gets off the hook, which might be very soon.
In now, Scooter Gennett. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And this one will bounce into the wall. And he'll keep it rolling here as he's got himself a triple.
Wow, it looked like he was carrying a piano around the bases on that one. But somehow he makes it all the way around to third for a triple. Give credit where credit is due. Nobody in the park, including me, thought he had that in him.
Here comes manager Bud Black out of the dugout heading for the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight.
Number 54.
So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Into the box, David Key, as he hits one on a line to left field. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
Slapped hard the opposite way. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left, as this is hauled in for the first out.
The pitcher, number 40.
Ready for another chance? Madison Bumgarner. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
Strike one to start the at-bat. 3 runs already home here. Line drive snagged on a short hop, and there are 2 away now. Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Stephen Clay, runner in scoring position with Sugan. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hard hit toward the hole. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealing in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 15 for him thus far, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Now batting, left fielder, Dwight.
Stepping in now, Dwight Smith Jr. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
Standing in now, Eric Hosmer. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Desmond has it in his tracks, and the inning is over. But they get the long ball working here as they club 3 home runs in the inning on their way to putting up a 6th spot. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Orioles 10 and the Rockies 1. That'll bring up Tony Walters. He'll begin things here against Madison Bumgarner. Pitch on the way.
Tony Walters.
And that misses inside 1-0.
I got to believe this is an awesome time for this pitcher to get real aggressive in the strike zone. He's got a huge lead. He knows he can pound and try and polish up his mechanics down and away.
Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1. And it's fouled away. Curveball got him swinging for the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he's part of a flat-footed tie for the AL lead. Now to the plate, the pitcher, number 54. He readies for his first plate appearance. First offering on its way. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
When you find yourself in an 0-2 hole against one of the best hurlers in baseball, you're basically just hoping to make contact. He's so good at putting guys away, though.
Swing and a looper to left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Back to the top of the order now. And up steps Garrett Hampson to bat. Bumgarner's ready. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Good cut fastball that time, and he's in control now, 0-2.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this type of arsenal, man, you got to step out of the box, clear your head, and just fight.
And he fouls this one off.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Welcome back to Coors Field in Denver as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. They've obviously got a double-digit total in the hits column, but perhaps just as impressive is that they've not struck out a single time today. That's about as rare as it gets in today's sport. So they have a lot to feel good about right now, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Jeanette's going to turn for second. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay. But he is in there with a triple.
Wow, he's getting his daily conditioning in during the game. That's his second triple, so obviously he's seeing the ball great, and he's showing he knows how to motor around the bases just fine.
In now, David Key, as he rips it on the ground to second. And that's through into center field, base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. The second for 1. Back to Murphy, and they get them both.
The pitcher,
and there are the final numbers for the Colorado starting pitcher. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
Hey, this certainly wasn't the outing he was looking for when he left the bullpen while warming up. Too many pitches over the heart of the plate. 4 home runs. That's right. 4 home runs he allowed in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's cut on and missed, 0-1. Line towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for Baltimore. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Orioles are on top, 11-1. Now at the plate, David Dahl. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Good time now to check out the Orioles Road to the Show report as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels that have been making waves of late. So coming to the plate, Nolan Arenado comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Good cutter there, and he's got him behind the 8 ball now, 0-2.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Smoke toward the hole. And that'll find its way into right field for a one-out single. So he'll reach base with one out here in the fourth. And with that, let's check out the league leaderboard in hits. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. Digging in, Charlie Blackmon. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Arenado, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. Count remains at 0-2.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Fouled off. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And it's fouled away.
6 fouls in a row. This is turning into one of those epic at-bats. Who's going to blink first? Is the pitcher going to continue to attack the zone, or is the hitter going to come outside it?
So it was a swinging strike 3. Charlie Blackmon becomes out number 2 this inning. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Smith is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 1 left for Colorado. They trail by double digits, 11-1. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Stephen Clay. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Line drive to center field. There to take it is Desmond, and that's the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
He's set, and the pitch. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He's through first and hustling for second. This will kick up against the wall now. And he is into third with a triple, his 3rd hit of the night.
Well, if he wants to hit for the cycle and get in the history books, he's got the hardest 3 parts of it out of the way. Normally, this is the toughest leg to get, but he stands at third and now only needs a single to make some history.
Into the box now, Dwight Smith Jr. Right side, but it's well foul. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that is through into center field, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Now batting, the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe.
In now for the O's, Hunter Renfroe. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is hit high and deep out to right center field. And it is gone, a home run. Hunter Renfroe with a 2-run shot. His 2nd of the game as the blowout continues.
It's getting pretty comical now. Their 6th home run of the game, and they're not done yet. They say hitting is contagious, and apparently that applies to the long ball. It's looking like batting practice out there.
Now batting, the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Stepping in now, Eric Hosmer. As he swings and hits a laser to right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the 2nd out.
Boy, sometimes they say you hit it hard, good things will happen. Well, that's not the case right there. That was a bullet that just stayed up and is caught in the outfield.
First delivery to him on the way. Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw to Murphy will take care of him, and that'll end the inning. So So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. The O's lead this thing 14-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically about his club's offensive output to this point. And he mentioned they need to show a lot more patience with their at-bats moving forward. It's been a struggle for them to get anything going. And he said they just seem way too anxious right now. The numbers back that up, too. They've swung at the first pitch more than 70% of the time in this game. So their focus going forward is to be a little bit more relaxed and willing to let the at-bats come to them.
For the
Matt?
Rockies,
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Daniel Murphy.
Here comes the first pitch. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. The windup and the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. Ready with another 0-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the
Now
league
batting,
leaders in
center
ERA.
fielder.
And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Striding in once again, Ian Desmond. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. Chance at a recovery here is despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play. Stepping into the box, Tony Walters. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Trevor Story will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting for the Rockies, number 27.
Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. On the ground to the right side. On with it the first is Hosmer, and that ends the inning. Rockies strand 1, and they remain well behind. Number 37 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 37.
Now at the plate, David Key. 3 hits, including a pair of doubles for him thus far.
Leading off the ball.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Into the fountain and gone. And good for him. David Key has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the bat. Batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Into the box, Madison Bumgarner. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Desmond patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. Digging in, Stephen Clay. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First delivery to him on the way. Now a shot toward the gap in left center. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Yeah, they've been crushing it at the plate all game long, as 16 runs on the scoreboard can attest. Not much you can say or do on the other side of it. Just have to get over it and get after it again next time.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Now this will rattle up against the wall. He's in at second safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Man, I think I've run out of superlatives to talk about their offensive production in this one. Some teams don't score 17 runs in a 4-game set, let alone in one game here. It's been incredible.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And no one will track it down. VR, the runner at second with one away. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Desmond is after it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And he'll make it up to third on the fly ball as he's in there now with 2 away.
Now batting, the right fielder.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Hunter Renfroe. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded down the third baseline. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. Into the bleachers and gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 3rd home run of the ball game as this lead got even wider. Eric Hosmer will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. And that's going to be a base hit here for Hosmer.
Wow, this guy. I must be a glutton for punishment because he's given up 6 hits in this inning alone. Not sure how much more rope you can give this guy. At some point, you have to try somebody different.
But this won't get over the second baseman's glove as he's got it to end the inning. So give him 5 runs in the inning, with the big blows being the 2 home runs. To the bottom of the 6th inning, Baltimore's out in front, 19-1. And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup. So far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task. So far in this one, still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch, as that's the first out of the inning.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
First delivery to him on the way. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. And as you can see, they are way behind. Jake McGee comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to short. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting.
One gone now in the Baltimore 7th, and that'll bring up the catcher, Chance Sisco. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he pops it up. Coming in is Dahl, but this will land untouched. Ready with the 0-1. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
The pitcher, number 40.
The pitcher, Madison Bumgarner, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and now look at this. The pitcher gives one a ride to deep left. And this one is gone. A home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. His first home run of the season as they just continue to pour it on here. If you've lost count, it's understandable. That was their 9th home run of the game. Can you believe what we're seeing in this? Can you believe what we're seeing out of this lineup today, guys?
Yeah, Matty V. You don't see this very often, D-Row, when it's cold and chilly like this. Wind blowing in a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of home runs.
Yeah, Dan, I can't explain it. Let's just tip our hats to both offenses right now because they came to play. Moving traffic against this cold weather, not easy to do.
Throw to Murphy's in time, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Jonathan Villar. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Standing in now, Dwight Smith Jr. This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his second home run of the game as the blowout continues. Brian Shaw enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Hunter Renfroe will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 4th in the ball game as this lead got even wider.
Now batting, the first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
In now, Eric Hosmer. Liner toward right center. And this is going to be his 4th. hit of the game, as this should wind up as extra bases. Now this is cut and thrown to first, and he'll scramble back to first safely.
Man, talk about having a good game. Like most guys, this would be a good week. Fourth hit of the game, and 2 of those D-Rose round trippers.
Yeah, he's going to have a smile on his face for a while here, Dan. These are special nights. You have to enjoy these. These don't come.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. His first home run of the season as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, balls are flying out of here faster than they can throw them across the plate, it seems. That's 4 home runs in this inning alone. It's times like this when pitchers wonder if maybe they've chosen the wrong profession. Their pitching coaches start wondering too.
Diego Castillo comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Slapped hard the opposite way. Dahl is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. Final damage here, 10 come to the plate, 7-run score. 7th inning stretch time here at the ball. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Omar Narvaez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Fouled off. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Into the box now, Daniel Murphy. As he'll ground this one fouled off to the left side. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Bumgarner's ready. Here's the 0-1. Line toward the alley in left center. And this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble, but... And that'll bring up the catcher, Chance Sisco. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Castillo is known in part as a reliever with a clutch factor, perhaps. An escape artist is another way to put it. Regardless, he seems to be at his best when pressed up into difficult situations, which is kind of what you want out of a bullpen arm.
No doubt about it, Matty D. And I call a guy like this troubleshooters. Guys that you can bring into a game with runners in scoring position. They don't panic. They keep the game at a slow pace. And more importantly, they make good pitches to good hitters to get out of tough situations.
Dahl is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Number 34.
Into the box now, Stephen Clay. First offering on its way. Line to the right side. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Jonathan Villar. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the seats. The 0-1 tapped out in front of home. Throw to Murphy will take care of him, and that'll end the inning. Orioles leave 1, but you can forgive them as they still hold an enormous lead. Digging in now, Ian Desmond. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, man. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Cut fastball, and it's by him 1-1. And we'll have a quick stoppage here, as even though we're about 1,500 miles from the nearest beach, a beach ball has made its way onto the field anyway. Right side, hit hard. And that is through into right field for a single.
Hey, that was 8 straight up until that base hit right there. Let's see if the offense gets something rolling now.
Ready now, Tony Walters. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. And that one right down Main Street.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you're doing that, you really put the hitters on the defensive.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
And it's fouled away. Bumgarner sets. Here's the 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Desmond is off at first with 2 away. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Gone! So a 2-run shot to left center. Home run number 2 for him on the year. But they're going to need a few more here as they're still well behind.
Well, some people would say this homer is wasted because they're down so big tonight, but I'm not one of them. I think anything you can build on and take into the next game is valuable, and at least they're still battling.
0-1 the count. Looking to send him packing again. And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
And he popped him up in there, a base hit. At the plate, Nolan Arenado. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball with no strikes. Sliced hard on the ground. Jeanette has it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on Wade Davis. And is now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 71.
Digging in once again, Dwight Smith Jr. 2 home runs already to his name in this one, and we'll see if he could possibly strike again. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 3rd home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
Well, the ball's been flying all over the place this game, but most of the fireworks have come from him. That's his third long ball. What a game.
Number 10.
Hunter Renfroe will stand in yet again, and he's looking for history now. We take you back to his last home run. This was his fourth of the ball game, and it needn't be said that 5 in a game has never been done before. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
Next for the Orioles.
Striding in, Eric Hosmer. And in the past against Wade Davis, a number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Drilled to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
The batter,
boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Standing in now, Scooter Gennett. He swings and grounds it to short. A bare hand for one. On to first, and here indeed is a super double play.
Now batting, shortstop.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, David He. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Hit hard back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day.
Cisco.
Into the box, Chance Cisco as he lines it out to center. And that's in there, base hit.
Wow, his manager must have a lot of faith in him, and I'm not sure why. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone, and it doesn't look like it's going to come to an end anytime soon.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Weak grounder down the line at third. Oh, and that all developed too late to get him at first, and now the bases are loaded here.
D-Row, it's not very often that pitchers are able to get some base hits. Even though that's an infield knock, he'll take that every day of the week.
Are you kidding me? From a defensive standpoint, this is rock bottom. I mean, the pitcher is beating out infield singles. What else is next?
The 0-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And that'll get down for a base hit. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as well.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his third RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Boy, I tell you, those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
James Pazos takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away. So now there it is. He's hit for the cycle.
Oh, man, he's been just awesome to watch in this one, guys. I mean, a cycle is such a rarity, and it's one of the coolest things you can witness happening in a single game. He's going to be the talk of baseball for a few days after this one.
In now, Dwight Smith Jr. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Dahl's there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. So 4 score in the inning, but it could have been much, much worse as they wind up leaving the bases loaded. One more shot coming up will go to the bottom of the 9th. The O's lead this thing 30-3. Into the box, Charlie Blackmon. No thump out of him in this game so far, as might be expected. He's 0 for 3. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Blackmon behind, no balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. Now, Omar Narvaez. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park, just like he did back in the second. Now here it comes. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
The first baseman.
So stepping in, Daniel Murphy. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Swinging a ball line softly down the line in right, but foul. Last strike now for Colorado. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts, but listen, he was good from the first inning through the 9th. Well-deserved complete game victory.
30-3 tonight. The Orioles jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Madison Bumgarner wins his league-leading 10th game of the year, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. German Marquez was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL East, Hunter Renfroe was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs as the Orioles beat the Rockies 30-3. He is currently among the AL leaders in batting average. Corey Kluber pitched his way to his 100th career victory, leading the Indians to the win over the Rays 3-2. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in shutouts. The Yankees totaled 11 hits as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 3-1. The Boston Red Sox held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they blasted the Astros 7-0. The Blue Jays knocked out 12 hits as a team as they made short work of the Padres 10-0. Jake Odorizzi grabbed the victory with his 10 Ks, helping lead the Twins to the win over the White Sox 2-0. The Rangers launched 3 home runs as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 6-3. The A's put up 16 hits on the day as they took down the visiting Mariners 8-4. Brian Anderson was clutch at the plate with 3 RBIs as the Marlins got the best of the Nats 7-4. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. Justin Wilson won his 4th game thus far, helping the Mets grab the win against Detroit 2-1. The Reds combined for a 4-hitter as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 4-2. The Phillies totaled 13 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 9-4. The Los Angeles Dodgers only allowed 2 hits in the game as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 7-0. Ender Inciarte drove home 3 runs as Atlanta downed the Cardinals 6-5. The Giants allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 5-2. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.